All right, well, I'm back here at Telegraph Pass. Today I'll be taking you on the mountaineering route to the two flags on the summits. You can see behind me here, there's a trail that looks pretty well defined going up to that first flag. That's pretty easy to find from the parking area here. And I'll check back with you when I make it to the flag up there. All right, made it up that first initial hill to the flag. If you struggle to get up that hill, you might want to make this your destination because it's only going to get crazier from here on out. The trail is marked by cairns at points, but often you can't really depend on them. So I'll kind of show you where I go, but if you look off in the distance, you can see a second flag at the summit in the distance, and that's where we're headed. All right, so after you get to the first flag, the trail is a relatively easy, walk along a pretty defined trail. There are a few cairns along the way to let you know you're going in the right direction. And we're going to be continuing to head up the trail here, up to the ridge. That is a false summit. The summit with the flag is behind that. Once you kind of get to about this point, the climbing gets significantly more difficult. I would say there's several class 3 scrambles. There is cairns that'll kind of tell you the way, but I've found that sometimes that hasn't been the most preferred route for me. And so I've chosen to kind of just go right up the rock face up to these peaks. All right, I just want to kind of show you what some of the path looks like so you know what to expect. Walk along a ridge here, and to continue down the trail, I've got to go down this, and then I'm going to continue on up. All right, this is a good example where I'm going to prefer to go up this ridge, up that chute there. That looks more comfortable to me. There is, cairns and kind of a rough trail leading around. For me, that hasn't been a preferred route. I've preferred to kind of stay towards the peaks and the ridge line. That's been a comfort zone for me. If you're not comfortable with maybe a little bit of class 3 climbing, you might want to stick to the route that follows the cairns. All right, this is going to be an example of where today I chose to follow kind of the established trail that's up here. Followed it along, got a cairn right there. But now the question is, where's the trail go? It just kind of disappears, and you don't really have a lot of great options here. You're going to have to scramble across some loose stuff. That's why my preferred route would be to just follow along the ridge line. The rock tends to be a lot more solid there. I'd say it's easier climbing in my opinion. So when in doubt, stick to the ridge line. All right, I made it up to the false summit. You can see in the distance here, that's where we're headed, to the flag and the summit there. One thing I want to mention is that coming up this trail is easier than going down. The first time I hiked this trail, I had climbed up the concrete path that people typically climb up, and I came along the ridge here. It happened to be 118 degrees that day. I came down from the flag. I didn't know this trail, and it was very easy to lose the route. I ended up down a gully down here. Of course, it's not too hard to find the parking lot, but it was 118 degrees. I ran out of water about halfway down, and that was kind of a panic situation where I had to get off the mountain quick, and I, was in unfamiliar territory. Don't put yourself in those type of situations. I would recommend coming up the trail if you're going to do the loop. I'll show you the loop today. It's pretty strenuous. I don't recommend it if you are not capable in very rugged mountainous terrain. Boys and girls, it's Old Glory. All right, from here, I'm gonna go ahead and take the ridge line here, take it along over to where the traditional trail for Telegraph Pass is. I would say that this loop is longer than you think it is, so prepare accordingly. The trail from here on out is somewhat non-existent. You just need to follow the ridge line. When in doubt, follow the ridge line. Stay away from the cactus. All right, let's have a little chat about this cactus right here. This thing right here is the devil. Do not get close to these cactus. They are everywhere up here. They seem to jump out and grab you. And once these things stick into you, you're screwed. They're very difficult to get out, very painful. Stay away from these cactus. All right, I've come quite a ways from the flag in the distance on the ridge line. This ridge line, I would say, is very difficult. It's very loose, rocky terrain, cactus that'll get you at every turn. And there's also this sense of like remoteness that comes over you where you realize, hey, if I slip and fall here, I'd be screwed. No one's coming for me. If you run out of water halfway through, you definitely would be like, I am a long way from the base of this mountain, and you know, it could become very overwhelming very quickly. So just make sure you come prepared and that you're mentally ready for something of this nature. All right, made it to the towers here on Telegraph. From here on out, you just follow the road down the standard trail. No big deal. I just want to emphasize that ridge line from the flag to the towers is a longer distance than it looks. There's lots of ups and downs, steep, rocky terrain, twists and turns. So just know that going into it, that it is a significant hike, and come prepared. Till next time, peace out.